Alright, what's up guys? I am back with another video. First and foremost, let me just apologize. I am still sick, so if I do sound a little bit stuffed up, just never mind that. But I did want to get some videos out for you guys, and we got some huge information this week, or actually today, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. So first and foremost, we did get a splash screen that you guys saw in the thumbnail of Apocalypse. What that means is that we are going to be getting Apocalypse in the game. Now that is some huge news. He is a huge villain in the Marvel Universe. And with that being said, I find that there's two ways they can go about this. They can either go the movie direction or they can go based on the comics. Now I think based on Netmarble and Marvel, they'd want to go more with the movie rendition as applied to the comic rendition, as you know, more people will be in tune with it. More people, I guess, have seen the movie than that I've actually read the comics, so it may attract more attention and in the end make them more money. With that being said though, we are going to go through it. We also did get some news that Kid Kaiju would get his Monsters Unleashed uniform. Now what that tells me is that Medusa may get her Monsters Unleashed uniform as well, which is something that has been requested quite a few times. I've seen people were bummed out that she didn't get it right off the bat. And so with her getting her uniform, it does bump her up a little bit, hopefully make her a bit better as she isn't a standout character at the moment, but we'll just have to wait and see for the update. Now with that being said, I did expect the next update to actually be based around the Defenders, but after I thought that through, I kind of realized that there's not so much content they can give us based around the Defenders, so I kind of just scrapped that, and you know, maybe we'll get a new uniform or two, most likely in the next update in my opinion, but let's just stick to this update and speak on that for now. So Apocalypse, of course, being a major villain, I do expect him to be a native tier 2 character. Now with that being said, I do expect him to also be a universal character, which just adds to the bunch of powerful universal characters that we already have, but nevertheless, I do really expect him to be native tier 2. Now if they choose to go the comic route, which I don't think they will, but it is a possibility, maybe they can mix in a little bit of both. There's loads and loads of characters that have had a tie-in and a big role in Apocalypse's story. A couple of the characters would be Archangel, Cable, even Juggernaut has had big tie-ins with Apocalypse. So those are three potential characters, and the list goes on of characters that we could see come in with Apocalypse if they choose to go the comic route. Now from the splash screen, he does get his he gets an actual comic look. He does not get the look from X-Men Apocalypse. Now they may release that as a uniform, or maybe they'll eventually release it as a uniform, not right away, not right off the bat, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Nevertheless, speaking on uniforms, since they are releasing more X-Men, we could assume that they might potentially release some uniforms for the current X-Men in the game. The list goes on for the amount of uniforms that they can actually have, especially characters like Wolverine and Cyclops. But nevertheless, we can expect at least, you know, one or two of the characters to get a uniform. We do know that Netmarble loves to push out their uniforms, so they may try to push them out for the current X-Men that we currently have, as none of them currently have uniforms. Now, on to more of the movie rendition of Apocalypse. There was a lot of characters in X-Men Apocalypse that we can expect if they do decide to release more X-Men, and if they do decide to go the movie route. Now characters like Quicksilver, who has been requested a ton, however not the one from the MCU from the Avengers, but nevertheless it is Quicksilver. Other characters include Nightcrawler, Gambit, Mystique, Havoc, and the list goes on. So there is quite a few characters that they can release as well if they choose to go the movie route. So basically what I'm saying is, if they do release Apocalypse the next update, which is pretty much confirmed at this point, then we can assume that we are going to get more X-Men with it. In my opinion, aside from the Defenders, there's not really a whole ton of other content, other characters that they can add that go with the month of August. And since the Defenders, you know, we already have the 4 or 5 main characters, if you include the Punisher, in the game, there isn't really many characters that they can add. Of course, I'm not 100% sure who the main villain is going to be for the Defenders. It might potentially be more than one main villain, but we're going to have to wait and see when that comes out on August 18th this year. Now with that being said, A character that was highly requested is Deadpool. You know, so many people wanted Deadpool. I want Deadpool, and I'm sure everybody that's gonna watch this video is gonna want Deadpool as well. Now, with a big name character like Apocalypse, I do not expect them to release Deadpool at the same time. That would just be stupiding. Wow, that would just be stupid in my opinion, not stupiding. You know, he is an A-list character. He is a character that takes the spotlight. And since we have Apocalypse right there on the screen, it seems to me like it would be a stupid move to have Deadpool at the same time. You know, they're not really going to be able to pull much out of Deadpool and Apocalypse at the same time. They should most likely, in my opinion, release them separately. That way they can get the most for their content. Now, with that being said, something else that I did want to mention is the fact that on the screen you just see Apocalypse, which is kind of odd. Usually you have an actual, I guess, image made up of multiple characters in the update, but for this one we just see Apocalypse. So it could be Netmarble bringing back a little short video at the beginning of the home screen when you first open the game. Now, in my opinion, I don't really like that. The last one, you know, the video was great, but every time you open the game and you see that video, and it's not even that great, like it would lag so many times and it just looked so crappy. So I'm hoping that they don't decide to make a little video at the beginning again. If they do, hopefully they fixed it up and they've, you know, edited their mistakes, and hopefully they allow it to run a lot more smoothly. Now, that may be wrong. It may be a different image of Apocalypse. However, you do see Apocalypse there with the Netmarble logo in the corner, and it did come from an actual screen, which means it came from the actual game. So in my opinion, you know, it does look like the home opening screen. Now, with that being said, I don't really have a whole ton more to say on this matter. I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys, and we could discuss it in the comments a bit like usual. If you guys have any thoughts about Apocalypse being, you know, introduced into the game, let me know in the comments, of course. If there's any characters that you guys want to see, let me know. And, you know, maybe there's a few things that I missed. I do, like I said, expect more of a movie version of Apocalypse in the game and not so much the comics. I think Netmarble and Marvel can profit from it a little bit more, and we all know they love that. So hopefully we do see Apocalypse shortly. Hopefully we do get some new uniforms for the current X-Men, and hopefully we do see some more X-Men getting pushed out, as we've only had one wave so far. Despite being quite a few characters, you know, the X-Men line goes so far and there's so many characters they can introduce. So fingers crossed that we do get some more of our favorite characters. But that's going to be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a comment if you have anything to say, and I will see you all in the next video. Adios.